Hey guys, Alex here, and today we're going to be talking about a few things that mean a lot to me, and that would be artisan keycaps. Now, if you guys have been following my page for a long time, you guys know that I started off with just keyboards, and I started building them and kind of assembling them and just getting into the hobby that way. But what really kind of just planted my roots in this hobby was artisan keycaps. I absolutely love them. They're fantastic. They can really help you customize a keyboard build, as well as they're just really nice to have on a keyboard. They really make it your own. So with that being said, guys, I do want to talk about some of my favorite artists and artisans to work with. Now, I will talk about some new ones that you probably haven't heard in some of the other videos, so I will get back to them eventually in this series, but I do plan on making this a series where I feature 2 or 3 different artists per week. And with that being said, guys, I do want to keep this in a 2 or 3 category range per keycap, not to make it too confusing. Really just kind of talking about the finish, the stem, and even just my personal thoughts on the actual design of the keycap, and just kind of getting in depth. That way there you guys can get a better look at some of these vendors without, having to just scroll through Instagram and look at very small photos in some cases. I thought maybe this would help out, and you know what, it's just something I really enjoy talking about, so why not? So getting straight into it, the first keycap vendor I want to talk about is KeyLabs. Now KeyLabs makes one of my new keycaps I just posted on Instagram, being the Clouds of Bespin, which is a Star Wars inspired keycap. And they also make some other really cool molds and sculpts. Now, for example, I do have a Zapdos keycap, which I can show you guys here in a bit on B-roll. Now that particular keycap was I think a limited run, and that one there was absolutely stunning. I just had to have it. It fit my GMK Nautilus so well. But some of my other keycaps that I got from them, again, are the Clouds of Bespin, which fantastic, guys. Again, I'll zoom in on this. And then this particular sculpt here. Now, I really like these. They're really good quality. I do want to talk about something in particular with KeyLabs that absolutely blew my mind and impressed me. I did have a bit of a problem when I actually purchased and won the raffle for the Star Wars inspired keycap. And when I say had a bit of a problem, guys, it was nothing to do on their end at all. I believe what happened was in transit, a lot of these keycaps, or at least a fair chunk of the batch, were just kept a little bit too close to some sort of heat source in the delivery truck. So it's kind of on the delivery agent's kind of fault there. And what happened was some of the keycaps, and I'm talking minimal of them, warped. Mine happened to be one of them. And I also lost kind of that ID card because the sticker that was next to it actually just completely melted onto it, which was unfortunate. And I got the keycap and I was kind of going, this don't look right. So what I did was I actually just reached out to KeyLabs and I said, hey guys, my keycap looks a little bit warped. Is this intentional or what's going on here? They apologized. They already had gotten a few other people messaging them about, hey, this is something that happened during transit. They completely replaced the keycap really quickly too, and it was just a fantastic customer experience. So it's something that I cannot stress enough, and how much I appreciate good customer service, that this blew my mind and just made me love them even more, because I already had bought the Zapdos keycap from them. And it's just something that I just really appreciate, small little things that keycap vendors can do. But to talk about some of their build quality and some of their designs, again, they have that bird design, which in this case here is that Zapdos. I believe the whole design is called Corvus. I could be wrong. I'm not very good with remembering sculpt names. And then they also have this design here, which this is something they actually included in the, I guess, package they gave me for the replacement. And I don't know what sculpt this is. It is absolutely gorgeous, and this is 100% going on my Nautilus. I actually took it off for the time being just because I wanted to show you guys. But this is fantastic. Love the sculpt. The eyes have this almost jewel inside, which kind of glisten, which is very reminiscent to what Primecaps was doing with some of their sculpts as well. And now this guy here is the Cloud of Bespin. Now this guy is an absolute joy. This one here, I'm a big Star Wars fan, guys. So this one here was something I needed to have. There's some other Star Wars keycaps that I'm probably gonna pick up here in the near future as well, but this one here was an absolute must. Very well designed. The actual clouds almost look like clouds. They're very milky in a way. And then the miniature for the Millennium Falcon, now that thing just blew my mind. To get something that complex inside of a small keycap, I was like, damn. Now, one thing I will say is their stem fits are fantastic. I did have some stem problems with a recent purchase that I picked up, which I'll be talking about in a later video, where the stem was just way too tight for any of my switches. But these slip on, they're snug, they're fantastic. The glossing on the actual resin itself too is fantastic. There's no sort of cloudiness or anything like that. They're transparent, and they have that bit of a shine to them. So I was really appreciative of that. And then even the sculpts themselves, like the Zapdos in this particular sculpt here, they are well done. They have tons of detail, and the Zapdos almost has this like clear coat around the actual bird. So really cool on that, and everyone knows how much I like Pokemon because my Gengar keycaps too, so I was ecstatic to see how well that one there turned out. All right, and the next keycap vendor I want to talk about is actually someone who's absolutely badass in the community. And if you guys haven't already seen in my Discord, he actually hosts a kind of talk show every week, or I guess every sort of time interval. I'm not really sure the time schedule there. It's super cool. I actually caught it for the first time ever, which was with Teja. And it was actually really interesting to see what everyone in the community had to say, especially about artisans and from their point of view as well. And it's interesting what someone like Teja, who's much larger in the keyboard space than I am. Teja, you're my dad, by the way, keyboard dad for life. And you know, it's interesting what he had to say about the keyboard community as a whole. And it's just really, really cool that we're all coming together. But anyways, guys, the next artist would be none other than Bad Chad. Bad Chad makes some really cool sculpts, like the Warble, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and the Daffy sculpt. Now the Daffy sculpt is probably one of my favorites by him. The Warble's close second. I do want to start collecting this guy here, the Warble. Now this particular one is kind of like a glow in the dark. I don't have it, I thought I had a UV light, but I guess I don't have a UV light. This guy here is badass. I took some photos of it, you guys have probably seen it on Instagram. And then we got the Daffy, which is in the Eternal colorway. I love this thing, and it's cool because I am picking up the Eternal set by Minterly, and that's in a cat profile. If you guys haven't seen that, definitely check it out. But this is a really cool sculpt. And one thing I will say about his particular keycaps are they're so interesting and so well done. They actually have really vibrant colors, and they have really unique palettes to them as well. The Daffy keycap is just badass. It has such an aggressive face to it, I love it. In terms of finish and in terms of build quality, these are second to none. They're beautifully done. Stem-wise, again, perfect stems in my opinion anyways. And I'm very critical about that, guys. You guys can probably see that I always talk about that in my written reviews on my website. If a stem does not fit well, I do not want to use it. Like if it falls off, because I've had some really loose stems, which I usually end up just talking to the vendor directly about and being like, hey, the stem was not good, let's fix this together, before I showcase it or anything like that. I will literally tell someone, but in this case here, perfect. They weren't snug, they weren't too tight or anything like that, so I really appreciate that. So guys, I want to talk about how to get these things, because you're probably going, well, Alex, damn, how do I get these things? Well, you can pick them up usually via Instagram, and they have Google Forms. Now, in this case here, Keylabs does have a website in which you can buy, but they do advertise primarily via A, Mech Market, and B, their Instagram profile. So if you guys want to see notifications on when these things go live on particular artist profile, turn on the Instagram notifications for them. Give them a follow and pay attention to when they make sales. They're usually really short-lived, and sometimes up to thousands of people join just to get only, you know, 25 to 30 different keycaps. So the chances are pretty low. And you have to remember, a lot of work goes into these. I know in some cases, an artist who probably dedicates all their time can pump out 30 to 40 per week. It varies per person, and it varies how complex the sculpt is as well. But again, guys, just to reiterate, if you guys want these keycaps, they usually promote via Instagram. It'd be very wise just to give them a follow and turn on those notifications. And that really concludes this, guys. I just wanted to quickly touch base on some of the artists that I've been really enjoying lately, and I thought maybe you guys would enjoy them too. I hope you guys did. We will be talking about more artists next week, and I will do these shorter videos and just kind of introducing you guys to new people every week. So hopefully you guys can enjoy it. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to support this channel in any sort of way, a follow, like, subscribe, even commenting down in the comment section is always appreciated. Love talking to you guys. If you guys did want to take it to the next level, I do have some stickers up on Auromech. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it, and peace out.